and good morning. We are in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Tim says they can't say Murfreesboro. You have to say Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro.
So we just drove all day yesterday and we made it to Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We just
At 10:30 or something.
I think we got in at like 10:30. So it was a very long day.
And she forgot to make the reservations.
Well, you were supposed to make the reservation.
I thought you were going to make them.
No, you made the ones in
So
Kentucky.
we got almost here, and I'm like, well, we got reservations for, and she goes, well, did you make them? And I said, no, did you make them?
No, you said you should stay at the Holiday Inn in
I
Murfreesboro.
know, I picked it out. I sent you the photo.
And then you said, I made a reservation in Kentucky, so why wouldn't I assume that you made a reservation in Tennessee?
That's what you get for assuming.
I assumed I made an ass out of myself. Good morning, Connie.
Anyway, we got a room.
Well, anyway.
It was cheaper.
Well, it was cheaper because it was supposed to be, good morning, Heather. It was supposed to be $168 a night.
Yeah, with my AARP.
But then we got here and I gave my AAA and it was only $138. So, good morning, Katie. We were going to do a review with you guys before we get started today on our day 2 of our trip. Good morning. And we're going to tell you about some really funny stuff that happened, but we're also going to tell you about something really concerning that happened. So, yesterday, we started out at 9 a.m. No, we were going to leave at 8 a.m.
Right.
But we pulled off at 8:20 a.m. and Mom said,
where's the stool? Tim had a little foldable stool because her truck is so damn high. I was afraid I would blow out my hamstring or my knee trying to get up and in and out of it.
So I whipped around the truck and I came back home to get the step stool and I called Handsome Tim and I was like, can you find the stool? So he had to find it in the garage and I was going to meet him there to get the stool. And so I got the stool for Mom, but the contractors were there doing the patio. Well, little did we know, they ripped out the awning above our back door and they weren't supposed to. Now they've made a hole in our house and they don't have the bricks to replace it. So he said you have 2 options. We don't have a way to find the bricks. We can do hardy plank or we can do tongue and groove. So I had to get Handsome Tim. We had to walk around the back of the house because they had scaffolding up. We had to pick one and Mom and I drove off at 9 a.m. Yeah. So we got a late start to get on the road and that was fun. We drove past JL North.
Yeah,
we waved at Jamie and Lester on the way out of town. Bye.
Yeah.
I thought we passed them, but Mom's like, no, it's by the rest stop. So I've only been there twice, so I didn't remember. And we got on the road. We drove through to Texarkana, and we're on 59 North. We drove on Texarkana, and then we got into Arkansas, and that was just a blink. It was real quick, Arkansas.
Well, we stopped at the travel center.
We stopped at the Arkansas Welcome Center so that we could go to the bathroom. And I met a little poodle. And you know me, I have to meet dogs. So I met a little poodle. Her name was Snow. And I got to pet the poodle. But then I asked the lady, could I massage her poodle? I don't think I'll ever say that again. Can I massage your poodle? She looked at me like, what the hell? I said, I'm a dog chiropractor. I do this for a living. And then I said, can I put her on video? So I got a video of her and me.
She's cute.
She was cute. And I told Mom she needs to get a poodle.
Nope. Mm-mm.
And then we were driving, left Arkansas Welcome Center. And then we stopped to go to the bathroom in the middle of somewhere, nowhere, Arkansas. And there was guys trying to peddle you to change your cell phone service at the entrance to the bathroom. And
it looked like an okay truck stop.
It looked like an okay truck stop, but I think it was not a good part of the area for us to be by ourselves. So we go in the stall, and there's like 4 women in the stall, and this man knocks on the door.
He's banging on the
He
door.
said, maintenance, is anybody in here? And every woman
goes,
yes. And I told Mom, let's hurry up. We got to go. We got to get out of here. So we left there, and then we drove through some rain, and then we crossed the Mississippi River. Yeah. And then I gave Mom the camera so I didn't wreck. And I said, Mom, we got to video this for everybody, and it's the Mississippi River, and so we're coming up the bridge, and I give the phone to Mom, and
the truck bounces like...
And so I give Mom the phone, and she's in the passenger seat, and she's like, I can't sit still.
It was bad.
And she was bouncing, so I reached over and grabbed her arms to try to stabilize her, but that was funny. So then we get into Tennessee after we cross the Mississippi into Memphis.
The roads are terrible.
And the roads are horrible in Memphis.
And
like
the truck bounced.
And the truck bounces around and there's like potholes
There's
everywhere.
potholes everywhere.
Everywhere. I mean, literally
it literally went airborne. I think. Like,
it was the worst roads I've ever seen in my life. Literally pothole after pothole after pothole.
Texas roads aren't like that.
No. Like Memphis roads, y'all, if y'all are, God, they're
sorry.
so,
I mean, we don't want to
I don't think
Tennessee used to have really good highways.
Well, Tennessee did, but they're the central hub of all traffic through the United States. So anyway, Memphis roads are, torn up and potholes, and we would just cringe like hitting the potholes with my new tires on the Geneva, the truck, and so we kept going, and I said, man, don't they maintain their roads? And so we saw these way station. She said, sounds like roads in Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
Good morning.
We've been that way. They weren't that bad.
They weren't bad in Oklahoma. But, I mean, they are in Oklahoma City. But if you think about it, the main hubs are the most traffic.
Gets a lot of traffic.
And she said the roads in Alabama are bad, too. Well, they're so bad. So in a lifted truck with 36-inch wheels that are very new and very springy, we would cringe as we'd go over these potholes. Like, oh, God, not another, And once I saw the way stations when we got out of Memphis, I was like, well, don't the truckers have to pay for the roads? So I said, ask ChatGPT, I said, what do the way stations do? And so we learned about the way stations and how they pay fines for being overweight. And they pay fines for being overweight, and the fines go to the city so they could appropriate it for the roads. So I asked Chad, well, could they actually not be using the funds? And he said, well, with politics and administration.
He was very social.
He was very politically correct. I was like, just say the blunt answer that they don't
say it's going in somebody's pocket.
Yeah. So anyway, here nor there of that part. Yeah. That's boring. We get to like kind of where the sun's going down, and I have to eat before I go to before the sun goes down because I've decided to fast. So we find a Five Guys burgers and fries. And Mama has only had Five Guys burgers and fries one time. So I was like, let's have that. So she has a little hamburger, and I have 2 burger patties with cheese and a little bit of pickles and some tomatoes. And I said, how's your hamburger? She said, it's just a burger.
It was a burger.
And then I said, well, how's your fries? She's dumping malt vinegar all over the fries.
All over them.
Malt vinegar all over them. She's like, and I said, Mama, those aren't fries. Those are chips. Those are British chips.
Those are British chips.
So she's dumping the malt vinegar, and I was like, oh, I got to eat some. So I did cheat a little bit, but not bad. French fries don't bloat me. French fries don't bloat me.
Well, then you met the regional manager.
I met the regional manager of the Five Guys Burgers. He was a 6'3", very nice man with a beard. And I said, he said, are you cold? Are you cold in here? I'm gonna go turn down that thermostat for you. So he turned the thermostat, not down, up.
He turned it up.
So we started talking with him, and then I said, well, you have some really nice fries here. They don't have fries in Texas like this. And he said, well, I'm the regional manager of all of this region, Memphis and whatever town, Arkansas? Marshall or
no, he was like Memphis, Arkansas.
No, he said Memphis and Arkansas. He's from Arkansas. So anyway, I asked him a bunch of questions, and he said, you know what? Nobody ever talks to me. Y'all are the only ones that have talked to me. He said, I miss talking to people. And I said, well, us Texans talk to anybody.
She does. She does. She won't shut up. It's like, well, we got to go.
Oh, Mama.
I was going to say, poor Jessica. Now you...
Five Guys is high price for what you get.
Well, yeah. How much was it?
No, but let me tell you the secret. Okay, Ken just said Five Guys is high price. Let me tell you what you do. Ready for this tip? Ready for it? Get the burger patty, and it's only $3. And a piece of cheese, and a pickle, and a lettuce, and the tomato, and all the toppings is free. So how you eat at Five Guys is, I'd like a burger patty, please. And then you fill it up with all the toppings, and you make a burger salad.
It's a burger bowl, basically.
It's a burger salad bowl.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, $3. So with tax, $3.24. Ask for a cup of water. Don't get the fries. It's smart. It's smart. Why are you looking at me like that?
But you
I'm
might,
economical.
as well just stay at home and cook the damn thing yourself.
But if you're on a road trip, you can't do that.
Well, you can cook it ahead of time.
Oh, you are full of crap. So anyway, talking about cooking at
I've
home.
been up since like 5:30, so.
I'll tell that story in a minute. I'll
Okay.
tell that. Y'all got to wait and hear this story. You're not going to believe this crap. Okay, so then we leave Five Guys and we head to the hotel. Well, as we go across the bridge transitions into Tennessee, the bridge transitions go down and up. So, I'm driving along 75 miles an hour and I think I was talking to Tim no, it was before I called Tim. So I was like, I need to call Tim. And so we're popping along and then we hit that bump. We went airborne. All four tires off the ground, didn't we? Woo!
I mean, it literally, probably at least, yeah.
We were off the ground.
I'm sure it was at least all four tires an inch off the ground.
I
And
didn't-
the time you hit, yeah.
I didn't
And how
know.
we're going to carry a piece of furniture back.
We're going to go real slow.
You don't know how to go real slow.
We're going to go real slow. What'd
Yeah.
she say? I didn't see what she said. Hold on. Five Guys in Texas, Heather. Yes, all over the place.
Yeah.
So we, I don't know how to get that to go away.
Oh.
So we did the airborne thing and we went monster trucking. It was like a monster
Yeah, it's
trucking.
like a monster truck.
So I called Handsome Tim and I was like, so we just went airborne. Then we went airborne 4 more times. It was scary. And then Mom said, what are we going to do with the dresser? And I said, well, that's why I bought egg crates, 12 quilts, a tarp, straps, tie downs.
You have everything.
I have everything. The back of the truck is loaded to put this
It's
dresser
got marble top to the, yeah.
to the dresser.
Yeah, it's
Well, the
gonna be-
dresser that is
gonna be
my
tricky.
third great grandmother's dresser has a marble top, and ChatGPT said if I lay it on its side, it will fracture. So we had to buy a twin egg crate, some straps, and all that. Well, we finished the monster trucking, and then after we do the monster truck, we try to find the hotel in Murfreesboro, and we find the
You
hotel.
just backtracked. We were at Five Guys.
We were Five Guys, and then we left Five Guys, and
Well,
we
that's
did
true.
yeah,
All right.
and then we went to find the hotel,
Okay.
and then we came to
We
the.
went airborne a lot. I've lost count. But okay. All right. Find the hotel.
So
Squirrel.
anyway, we
Now I'm
found.
getting squirrel now.
You're getting more gray. You're getting more gray. That's what you're doing. But don't worry, I got life insurance.
I did drink a Heineken non-alcohol last night, so
You did what?
I drank a Heineken non-alcohol last night.
Oh yeah, tell them what time it was that you drank a Heineken.
It was like midnight, and I said I had one left, one in the refrigerator here, and I don't want to be drinking this for breakfast. Of course, I have drank beer for breakfast, but who's counting? But it's non-alcoholic. I slept really good until the light came through the curtain.
We should call this Candid with with Deb. Don't hit your head on the roof, he said.
We were stressed.
She's drinking a Heineken non-alcoholic at midnight, and I guess it was to calm her nerves after riding with me in the truck. And then
hops are supposed to be calming. So.
yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, I need the bed closest to the bathroom. I was like, yeah, drinking a Heineken at midnight, I think you would need the bathroom close to the bed, the bed
Just a
close to the
small
bath.
Heineken.
Well,
I'm old. I
you
have to get up and
skipped
pee.
you skipped a step. You're not old.
Okay.
You skipped a step. So we found the hotel.
Okay.
And then we come into the hotel, whip it around in the truck, and then we come in and we see this guy who's from New York, who's at the desk,
Mina.
Mina. And then he says, I love road trips. Are y'all on a road trip? We're like, we're on a road trip. He's like, I love road trips. He's like, I'm from New York. And sometimes I just want to drive from New York to Cali. It's like a whole day, 24 hours, and you get to stop at places all along the way. I said, well, let me tell you, I've been driving with her since Houston. And there's a lot of things that happen on a road trip that you're like, I don't want to do a road trip. What? You're trying to wonder what? You're trying to wonder what I'm talking about?
No, I know what you're talking about. I know what I was thinking. It's like she's conducting business the whole time. I mean, literally, there's an office in there. I'm not saying anything. I should have put my earphones in, but
I called 4 new patients, and I do all my new patient calls. I called 4 of them, passed them to my assistant at the office, and got them scheduled. I answered text messages and messages. I did do a lot of business in the truck, but Mom was my co-pilot telling me to,
turn here. Turn here.
The truck tells me when I'm going to hit something. It goes boop, 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 and it tells me when I'm going to hit something. I feel like I was doing a good job.
You did. We were
I mean,
fine.
the problem is I wouldn't have conducted business at the wheel calling people, but you don't want to drive the truck.
I'm not driving that truck.
Now, why?
I don't see as well as I used to.
I think you should drive the truck. I mean, it's amazing. It's a good feeling truck.
I've had my years of driving trucks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How many?
I had that red Chevy truck.
Oh, that's true. You had a red Chevy. Well,
And we
anyway.
won't even go to. You drove it one night.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Whoa.
I'm not
Whoa.
going there. I'm
She's
not going
gonna-
there.
Whoa.
I'm not going there. That was her experience driving the red
Taking
truck.
it back to 1994.
Yep.
Seriously, you just came blast from the past. You're trying to tell on me when I
I'm not saying anything.
snuck the truck
No.
out of the house. Golly, we're going to need some therapy after this shit's over.
It turned out okay.
Mom is the GPS, Heather, for sure. Well, anyway, we won't talk about me sneaking the truck out.
And me getting a call from the police department.
And then the police pulling me over.
Yeah.
Well, you got to learn somewhere, Mom.
And I never said a word.
You didn't.
I
You didn't.
never said a word.
You just slapped me.
No, that was.
Oh, that was a different
That was
time.
a different time.
Okay, well, don't bring that up. So anyway, let's change the subject, y'all. So we are here.
We just got started on this road trip. You can see how this is going to go.
I'm like vibrating inside. So
It's okay.
you get her, Mama. You get her. Mm-hmm. So
If I get kicked out on the side of the road, I've had 2 people offer to pick me up, so I'm okay.
Oh yeah, 2 of the YouTube followers offered to pick you
No,
up.
one of them was my friend Bill.
Oh, well, the other one was a lady and a YouTube follower near Dallas. She said if you get kicked out.
Within 200 miles of Dallas, she'll come pick me up.
Yeah. So. Oh my gosh. So we got to the hotel, we talked to Mina, and then he gave us a cheaper price on the room with my AAA discount. We checked into the room, and my mama said, make sure you put what'd you tell me to do? Make sure you put
But what the thing?
what's it called?
I forgot. The thing you put on the steering wheel to keep it from getting stolen.
What's that thing called that you put on the
I was
steering
going
wheel?
to say
that
low
you-
jack. It's not a low jack.
It's not a low jack.
It's
It's a...
The bar. It's a
What is that bar called that you put across the steering wheel and then you put a key in it and you lock it?
so they can't turn the steering wheel.
One of them
Anyway.
knows. One of them knows.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I put the bar thing.
What is
A
it?
club.
Yeah.
Yes, Katie, a
Okay,
club.
somebody knows. I mean,
So we put the club, a lock. Yeah, the club lock. So we put the club lock and I locked it with a key and then put the key on my key ring and then parked the truck near the club. Yes, okay. And we put the club on there and I parked it under a light so that we could see the truck. And my mom's like, if we come out of here and the truck is stolen in the middle of Tennessee, I'm never going to forgive you. That's not how you sound. It's just how I hear it. I hear it like,
be like that teacher in Charlie Brown. Yeah.
wah, wah, wah,
Wah, wah, wah, wah, wah, wah, wah.
So I put the club, like she said, but here's the thing. I can predict my mom. So I went to go park the truck. I was like, unloaded all of the luggage and put it on a luggage rack. I put the 2 suitcases from the bed of the truck, which flew all the way to the front. So I had to get up in the bed, unlock it, get the 2 suitcases, put them out, grab the cooler, grab the bag of snacks, grab the boots, grab all the things. We had this huge luggage rack full. And I was like, Mama, stay right here. Stay right here. So she stands there by the elevator, and then I go to find the truck, park the truck. Well, little did I know, my mama had to go to the bathroom. She had to pee.
I had to pee.
She said, I had to pee. And where are you at? So I drive the truck in circles around the hotel, finally find a spot under a light, put the club on there, get the key. And she said she's having a flashback. We took her mom on a trip to Louisiana. So I said, her did me in.
Everybody has a
So
story.
after driving the circle around, I knew in my head what my mama was going to say when I walked back into the hotel where she's standing with the luggage rack. And so I said, yes, I parked it under a light. Yes, I put the club on it. Yes, I put the key on my key ring. And yes, I know where I parked. I came back in and I was like, yes, I put the club. Yes, I locked it. She's like, did you lock it? Yes. Did you put the club? Yes.
It's called training.
I know, but I did the whole
I
post
didn't
review.
teach people
So
all
then she
these
said,
years not to reinforce this stuff.
she says she's not off because I've had a few incidents with my truck being stolen. Okay, Connie agreed with you.
Okay,
Got it.
thank you, Connie.
They said, thank you, Connie.
Yes, thank you.
So I get back in there. Mom's like, hurry up, I got to pee. So we get the luggage rack on the elevator, come up here, and she runs to the bathroom. Got everything unpacked and put everything out, got our night clothes on, started winding down, find a movie on TV, and then my mom's like,
I don't snore.
no, you did. She puffs. My grandmother Wanda puffed too. My mom puffs. So anyway, mom lays on her side. I'm still watching this war movie or something. They're blowing. It's when the one that guy goes up the mountain in Okinawa and he saves all them and God told him to save all them. And
Yeah.
it was a lot of blowing up, a lot of blood. I probably shouldn't have watched that before bed.
Probably not.
So I turned off the TV and then I turned on my left side and that was it. I was out. And I slept for 7 hours. Now, here's the funny part. You got to hear this. This is the part I was telling you about a minute ago. I cannot believe that this happened. So now at home, Dexter, he jumps on the bed. I wake up. Fiona and Chitaro come up and cuddle me and I wake up. I usually wake up to some noises. Tell me why my alarm went off at 7. I roll over to my right to see my mother fully clothed, drinking hot tea, hair blow dried, shoes on, with earbuds in, watching a YouTube of a baby horse. How did you do it?
And you didn't even hear
You
a
used
thing.
a blow dryer. You used a hot water kettle that you
I
brought.
tried to be quiet.
I mean, you're like a ninja.
I let you sleep.
I mean, you're like a ninja. What is this? In 72 years, you've learned how to be a ninja?
I used to do that when I was young. I used to sneak places.
I wake up, and I look over, and you're fully clothed with this Animal Ranch shirt on, and your shoes, and I comb over you with my eyes, like in disbelief that how did she do all that, and I didn't know. I never woke up. I never heard the blow dryer. I never heard the kettle. I didn't even hear the shower.
I'm a hologram. That's what they used to say at work.
No, you're not a hologram.
I'm a hologram.
You're not a hologram.
They used to say I'm just a hologram.
Well, no, you're not a hologram. God sees you. So anyway, my mama got ready and she's fully dressed, and then something horrible happened. After she got dressed and I got dressed, well, I was about to get dressed. I was like, well, let me check in with Tim and say good morning. So I texted him and said, hello, my love. And then he said, hi. And then I called him. Yes, I'm a heavy sleeper. She said heavy sleeper.
Yeah, she's out.
And I called Tim, and he sounded like sleepy. And I said, he was like, hello. And I was like, what's going on? He sounded just like he was tired. Well, he said he just got out of the tub, and he was doing Epsom soak. And I was like, oh, that's great. You get to do a lot of relaxing. You know, since I'm not there, you can take a bath in the morning and you can have a spa day. And he was like, no, a therapy session for an injury. What? So apparently he didn't want to tell us that he had an incident and that he got hurt because he didn't want to mess up the trip. He knew that this happened yesterday, but he said my mom and I sounded like we're having so much fun laughing that he didn't want to tell us about it, Mom. So he didn't tell us about it yesterday, but handsome Tim took a fall on the bike, and he's okay, but he's bruised up. So he said he saw a German Shepherd off a leash, and a man was throwing a frisbee to a German Shepherd off a leash, and he was trying to be cautious and be aware that the dog might bite him on his leg or something might happen. And he went to veer off and turn around from that, and he went through some hard sand, and the bike took a hard stop, and he fell over. The handlebar hit his leg, I think he said. The handlebar hit his leg.
Brake handle or handlebar.
And the brakes pulled loose, and the bike handlebar twisted around. Luckily, he's Superman. He's Superman. I tell you why. He fixed the bike in 2 miles from home.
He said he straightened up.
He said he straddled the front wheel
like
and
you used to do when you were young.
Yeah, straightened the handlebars up, got the brake reconnected, and rode the bike
Rode it home.
5 miles.
Yeah.
And it got home, and he's just doctoring himself up. So I just pray he continues to heal up and use all the good essential oils, and so he's a healer. He's a healer. He said no visible bruise, but he can feel it, and so he's doing all the precautionary things. But it does bother me that he's hurting and I can't be there to help him
Thank
out.
God
But
he had a helmet on.
nah, no, his head isn't very he has a heavy head too. He's hard head. Yeah, so not like in the sense of how he operates, just that he literally has a
That's from football.
yeah. So he's gonna be okay, but the handlebar apparently plunged into the side of his leg
Yeah,
and
the calf. I think you said the calf.
calf. I think it was a calf, yeah. So he'll be okay, but he's gonna put some essential oils and do some soaks and do some machines that we have at home.
You
but
just can't leave these men at home alone.
oh no, you can leave them alone. And the thing is, Tim normally, like, I fell off the bike twice and I didn't even tell you all about it, but that's his first time. And I thank God that he fell in sand because I fell in hard sand and I fell on concrete. Let me tell you, when I fell on the concrete, I know not to put my hands out because these are my precious hands that help people heal. So you know what I throw out when I fall, Mama?
Your boobs.
I throw my boobs out. Because
what I did at work.
I land on my cushion.
Like you're sliding into home plate.
Yes. And that's how I fall. One time I fell in New Orleans. I wasn't drunk, but I fell in New Orleans over like a bike rack thing. And I went boom and I fell on my boobs and I bounced 4 times. They are some strong cushions when you fall. So if you gotta fall, just throw your arms backward or hold your head and then
Or tuck and roll.
yeah, tuck and roll. Well, we just went down and had breakfast at the front, the downstairs breakfast, and it was really nice.
Really good buffet.
Is it possible to get Dr. Lauren's email? Yes. So bounce on the boobs. Yeah, that was what she's laughing at. And I'll give you my email address in just a moment. We got dressed, and I've already took a shower last night. I'm a nighttime showerer, and my mom's a morning showerer. Is that how you say it, Mom?
Yeah.
Showerer?
Showerer. I guess.
You're an English major. Showerer?
I'm sure there's probably another more appropriate term for it, but showerer.
Okay. So I'm a nighttime showerer. Bye. See you later, Ken. So I'm a morning showerer and my mom's a nighttime showerer. And so last night I took a shower, so I just got dressed, ready to go. And my mom told me that yesterday on my YouTubes and on my videos, I looked very red. Well, what my mom didn't know is I ran out of my makeup compact because they're out of stock. And so I wore a darker
I didn't
one.
know what it looked like.
Well, I wore a darker one, and so it made me look red, and I thought I was having a menopause hot flash, but it was actually just my makeup was too dark, so.
Well, you didn't match. This was more red than your next.
But I think I put more makeup on the bottom part of my face.
I don't know. You look normal now.
I look normal?
You don't have anything on? Is that maybe moisturizer?
I have nothing on my face.
And that looks natural. That looks...
No, nothing. I have no makeup on. I didn't put... Well, you wanted to go eat, so I just threw on my glasses and my clothes and we left. I do have eye boogers. I hate eye boogers. So went downstairs and had breakfast, and Mom's like, bacon, eggs, and biscuits and gravy. Biscuits and gravy.
I didn't even get biscuits and gravy.
No, you got biscuit and honey.
Yeah.
So she had a biscuit and honey and sausage and eggs.
Yeah.
And I had bacon and eggs with cheese on the eggs. So I did carnivore. Made us a tea, and we're about to get on the road. We have very big plans today. Let me tell you about the plans today, and then I'll give you my email address, and then we'll wrap up. So we are going to meet my animal chiropractor friend, Dr. Dina. She's a equine canine, a horse and dog chiropractor here in Nashville, Tennessee. She lives near up the road of South Nashville, near a town called Smyrna. And we're going to go see her and a horse, and then we're going to go help her out with the horse that's having some problems, and she wanted my help. And then we're going to see some scenic routes, and then we're going to get on the road to Bowling Green, Kentucky to go see one of our YouTube followers since day one, Mrs. Shelley. So we're headed to Bowling Green at some point. We're going to meet at a location, and we're going to spend some time with her. Then after we spend some time with her, we're going to leave Bowling Green and drive to Catawba, Eddyville, somewhere near there. And we're going to go to check in at our hotel near Eddyville, Hoptown, somewhere around there. And then Mom booked that hotel. And
I
don't
did.
say where it is because I don't want people randomly showing up. And then, or maybe they could randomly show up and then we could have like one big YouTube party at the hotel.
Well, there's a restaurant and bar next door. But
There is a restaurant and bar. So we're going to do that.
don't
And then
drink, so.
hopefully we can, if we don't get in too late, we're going to see our family, my mom's family, my mom's side of the family. And we can see them later this evening.
Tonight, them?
Yeah, that's what you said. We're having dinner tonight.
No, Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're checking the hotel and we'll just go to the Barnett. The Barnett.
It's a really good
Do
restaurant.
you know that expression, Barnett?
No?
Oh, so my roommate in college, she was from Pittsburgh, and apparently they say, you want to go to Barnett?
Barnett.
Means
Barnett.
anything, it means
Okay.
the bar and anything after that.
Like you and them.
Uh-huh. Barnett.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to go do that, and then that's going to be our day, and then we'll go live tomorrow morning from our hotel. Well, we're going to only do a 30-minute live. I know we just ran a little bit over, but thank y'all for watching our update. And so far, everything's going good. And I think, we are going to have so much fun today. And I've been videoing everything, but I don't know how to put it on YouTube. So my question to you, please help me answer this before I let you go, is should I break the video down into each day? Or should I make one long video of the whole trip? Please answer that before I get off because I need to know what's the best way to throw it in there. I thought about doing it day by day, but I would probably, maybe it would be each day. Okay, Suzanne says each day. So if we do each day, so I'll like have day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, then you can like see the travels along the way. Daily gets her vote.
Yeah.
Daily. I'm not going to forget the email address. Stay safe, have fun. Hope Tim don't have any more incident. Me too. So we'll do daily, and then I'll do the daily when we get to the hotel tonight. So tonight I'll make a video from yesterday, and then tomorrow I'll make a video from today, et cetera, et cetera. So the email address, Bakers, BAKERS, ARC stands for Animal Ranch Care, at gmail.com. So bakersarc@gmail.com. And then one last time, if you're writing it down, BAKERSARC@gmail.com. Why are you looking at me like that?
Huh?
Why are you looking at me like that?
No.
You think,
I'm
did
just
I not
looking.
say something I need to say? Or did
No.
Was there something
I'm
else
just
we were going
watching.
to tell? I know, was there something else we were going to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about other stuff like my Chuck.
Oh,
What? No,
you
gotta
guys,
see it. You gotta
we're
see
gonna
it.
do a video. We're gonna do a video. Maybe we could do it. I don't know.
And
if
about the package that I was concerned about if we got stopped.
Oh my God. My mom has something in the vehicle that gets thrown in jail, and my mom has a friend that she brought with her in the truck. So we're gonna make a video
we won't
about
tell
that
you what
today.
it is, but
We'll
it's a
put it in the
story.
daily. Well, anyway, y'all have a great day. God bless you. Remember that you are loved. You deserve everything, and we will see you all. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And have a beautiful day, beautiful people, and we'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye, guys.
From Mom, Deb, and Dr. Lauren, over and out. Talk to y'all later. Boop, boop.